Good morning, children. Today we are going to read about the poem How to Tell Wild Animals. The poem is written by Carolyn Wells, and in this poem, the poet very humorously tells us the different techniques to recognize wild animals. How to tell wild animals means how to recognize wild animals. So let's start with the reading. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion. Here, tawny means yellowish brown color. So the poet says that if you happen to go to jungles in the east and there you see a beast, an animal advancing towards you who is quite large and yellowish brown in color, and if this large animal roars at you so ferociously that you die simply by its roar, then this animal is definitely the Asian lion. So, see how the poetess is telling us the way to recognize Asian lion, that you will die out of its roar. So, very humorously, she is telling us that Asian lion is such a ferocious animal that people die of its roar. Now, let's move to the second animal. Or if sometime when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. The simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Let's look at the difficult words in the stanza. Noble means high born, aristocratic. Discern means to recognize. So, in this stanza, the poetess says that while roaming around, if you come across a noble wild beast, if you meet an animal belonging to an aristocratic clan of animals and it greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground. Black stripes on a yellow ground refers to its skin. So, it has a yellow colored skin with black stripes on it. And if you notice that this animal eats you up, so this is the trick to recognize this animal, that it is the Bengal tiger. So the Bengal tiger will have black stripes on its yellow skin, and then it will eat you up as soon as it sees you. So this is dark humor used by the poetess here. We will not like to know or to recognize the animal when we'll be eaten up by that animal. We'll be least bothered about knowing the kind of animal it is, but we would rather like to save our lives. So this is again dark humor used by the poetess. So here the trick to recognize this animal is the Bengal tiger is that it has black stripes on its yellow skin, and as soon as it finds its prey, it eats it up. Now the next stanza. If strolling forth a beast you view whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain. He'll only leap and leap again. So here the difficult words are strolling, that means walking casually. Forth means forward. Hide means the skin of the animal. Peppered means the spots. Leapt, here the spelling, we call it poetic license. The poet has used a different spelling for leapt, and it means to jump towards someone. So here in this stanza, the poetess says that if you are walking casually forward and you see another animal, and on its skin, on its hide, you find several spots, and as soon as this animal looks at you, it jumps on you, then it is the leopard. So leopard is an animal which has spots on its skin, and then as soon as it finds its prey, it jumps on it. And the poetess says, it will do no good to roar with pain, he'll only lep and lep again. So she says that it is of no use to cry with pain as this animal jumps on you, because the more you cry, the more it's going to jump on you, and it will kill you. So the way the poetess is explaining the things, it might look funny, but if we look at what she's saying, it's very scary. This actually is dark humor. That something horrible, something horrid is being explained, but still we find it funny. This is dark humor. Now the next animal is bear. If when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it's a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess, he'll give you just one more caress. So here yard means backyard or lawn of your house. Caress means a gentle touch. So here the poetess says that if when you're walking around your yard, when you're walking in your in front or back of your house, and you meet a creature there who hugs you again and again, then it is going to be the animal bear only. And if you have any doubts, then I guess then the doubts will be removed by this animal's regular hugs to you. So this animal, the bear, is going to give you one more hug. So that is the way to recognize this animal. This animal hugs you real hard that you may die. Though to distinguish beasts of prey a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So the difficult words here, distinguish is differentiate. Beast of prey means any animal that hunts other animal for food. Novice means someone new to a job. Nonplus means to be confused. So the poetess says that a novice means a person who has newly entered into a field, who is new to the field. So the poetess says that a person who is new in recognizing animals might get confused in distinguishing different animals who kill other animals for eating purpose. So here she says that she can help you in identifying two animals, crocodile and hyena. So both are predators, but the difference is when hyena approaches its prey, it's smiling, and when a crocodile is approaching its prey, it is weeping. So in this stanza, the poet says that it is difficult for the newcomers to identify different predators like crocodile and hyena. So a good technique is given by the poetess that the crocodile approaches its prey with tears, while hyenas approach its prey with smiles. Now we move to the next and the last animal. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's a chameleon you see. So in this stanza, the poetess is trying to explain the difference between a chameleon and a lizard. So she says that a chameleon is small. It looks like a lizard, but it is different from a lizard because it doesn't have ears at all, and then it doesn't have a single wing on its body. And if you find nothing on a tree, it is the chameleon you see. So here in the last two lines she says that the chameleon, as you know, it camouflages with its environment. So when a chameleon is sitting on a tree, you may not be able to see it. So she says that if you are not able to see any animal on a tree, then you can make out that there may be a chameleon sitting there. So the poetess has given us some funny techniques to recognize 6 different animals. They are chameleon, hyenas, crocodiles, bear, leopard, then Bengal tiger and Asian lion. I hope you must have understood the poem. Thank you.